Here is a tutorial on schoolpsych.com's intervention table as mentioned in the check-in, check-out video tutorial. All you have to do is type in the data and it generates a graph and report of all the data. You have the option of 0 through 5 baseline data points. Let's look at 0 baseline data. An example of the data has already been written in upon opening. Therefore, you're going to need to clear the data, but first scroll down and see the graphs and reports provided after each data point. This gives you an idea of what the report and graph will look like. Now scroll back up. You'll see that the data resembles the check-in, check-out form. For example, the points possible is 36, just like the total points possible on the form. Click anywhere on the table and hit the right arrow button until you get to the end of the table. Let's highlight the table from data point 20 to data point 10. Right-click and hit Clear Contents. Let's say you just collected 9 data points on a student and want to make a report and graph of the data. Scroll down until you get to data point 9. Click on the graph and hit Ctrl+C to copy. Open Microsoft Word and hit Ctrl+V to paste. You may need to readjust the size of the graph to your preference. Now go back to Excel and click on the cell where the report starts. Hit Ctrl+C to copy, then switch to Microsoft Word and Ctrl+V to paste. You'll notice in the report the name says Joe, but I'll show you how to replace this with any name as well as replace the words he, him, and his with she and her. Go back to the Excel document and scroll to the top. Click on the cell where Joe is written and write, for example, Susan. Change it from male to female by deleting the 1 in the cell next to male and typing a 1 in the cell next to female. Now scroll down to the 9th data point. Click on the cell where the report starts and hit Ctrl+C. Switch to Microsoft Word. Delete the previous report and Ctrl+V to paste the new one on Susan. Now it uses she and her. Go back to Excel and scroll up and highlight all the data in the table. Right-click and hit Clear Contents. Click Save and you're ready to start the table on a new student. But first, here are some things to know about entering the data. You can write in the data any way you want to, such as writing 2016 or just 16 for the year. You can write in 20 data points before needing to start a new Excel spreadsheet. The report adapts based on the data, so if you write a 1 in there, it will say 1 point instead of 1 points. If you write 0 for the goal or leave the goal blank, it will not mention a goal in the report for that day. However, in the graph, it does show the goal as 0. I've tried to fix this by selecting the data and checking the option to leave empty cells as gaps, but it doesn't register. Therefore, I'd recommend writing something along the lines of, note, a goal was not set for 1/13/16. Let's exit out of the Excel document and open it with 3 baseline data points, but keep in mind that what you're about to learn can easily apply to any number of baseline data points. You'll see it's the exact same format and exact same concept. Only the first 3 columns are for the baseline data, so exclude recording a goal because the intervention has not begun. Let's do a trial run. Click anywhere on the table and hit the right arrow button until you get to the end of the table. Let's highlight the table from data point 20 to data point 13. Right-click and hit Clear Contents. Let's say we have 12 data points and we want to generate a report and graph. We would scroll down to data point 12 and copy and paste both the graph and report. You'll notice that the graph needs readjusting. Move the line over that separates baseline from intervention. You can also adjust the size and location of each part of the graph. A helpful tip when adjusting the size is to hold down Shift, which keeps the length and width proportions of the graph. That concludes this tutorial on schoolpsych.com's intervention table. Thanks for watching.